iPhone 13 Pro Max has just come in, and I am so excited to test it out. And more specifically, I'm excited to see what it can do when stacked up against my Canon R5. See what it can do both in terms of the photo capabilities and, as Apple has been boasting, that new cinematic mode. So how does it do with the cinematic mode, and just in general, how does it do with video compared to my R5? Now, with all the other reviews that I've done in the past, this is gonna be short, sweet. Right now, I wanna throw up a series of photos and see if you can guess which is which before it pops up on the screen and lets you know. And make sure to let me know in the comments as well. Did you get any right? Did you get them all right? Was it really tough? And of course, what do you think of the quality of the iPhone 13 Pro Max? So let me know what you thought. Were you able to tell the difference between the R5 and the iPhone 13 Pro Max? Was it tough? Was it easy? Did you get it every single time? Let me know. But let's now move over to the video as well. So again, what did you think of the video? Was it easy to tell? Did it have that iPhone kind of look to it? I'd love to know your thoughts. Let me know in the comments below if you've shot it on an iPhone before, if you'd want to get the new iPhone 13 Pro Max for photography or videography, or you're just gonna stick with what you've got, whether that's a DSLR or a mirrorless. I wanna know, let me know in the comments below. But I also wanna let you know what I thought shooting with this, what I think of cinematic mode, and just my whole experience with this iPhone 13 Pro Max. Man, this is a mouthful. So I think first addressing the cinematic mode. I think that term cinematic has kind of lost its meaning. Originally, it just referred mostly to lighting and composition, and that's what gave your image a cinematic look. It wasn't whether it had a shallow depth of field or not, and that's kind of what it's turned into, like slow motion and super shallow depth of field. And that's what Apple has done with this cinematic mode. Now, it's worth noting this is not a real shallow depth of field. It's all computer generated. It's all AI produced. And I gotta say, like, it's such a cool advancement in technology to see what Apple's been able to do, but it just doesn't always look that great. I think, to be honest, it's a little bit gimmicky. And when you're speaking of cinematic, yeah, that's usually in 24 frames per second, and this doesn't shoot in 24 frames per second. Cinematic mode is only in 30 frames per second, which is kind of a weird decision for Apple to make. When it does work, it does look pretty cool, but for the most part, again, I would never use it. Now, when it comes to just straight video, I mean, again, it's progressing. Every iPhone gets better, the specs, the image, it looks great. Do I think it's going to replace DSLR or mirrorless cameras or cinema cameras? No, not at all. The quality that you get out of cameras that are specifically made to shoot video or DSLR or mirrorless, it's far superior. That being said, if an iPhone is the only thing you can afford, it can still do an amazing job when you have the right lighting, when you have the right composition. It's great. You know, I've said it before, story is always the best. And so when you've got a great story and if you're only able to use an iPhone, that can still really work. And then lastly, when it comes to the photography, similar to what I said in the video, it's not going to be replacing my R5 anytime soon. But again, the specs have gone up from previous models. But I want to hear from you. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think of the iPhone 13 Pro Max? Is this something that you're looking to go out and buy? Would you use it for photography or videography? Let me know. And if there's something that I missed, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to help out. As always, if you haven't already, make sure to like and subscribe. It really does help and make a difference. And I'll see you on the next video. Check 1, 2, microphone, check 1, 2.